been out for a while. Of course, the second wall has been done. I have 2 more on slate to do. The next one, the third phase, was on the Lake Road to do, but we are cutting a new road in next year, and around Siemens, it's 10 foot off of Siemens, so there's probably 5 foot of dirt. So I have to get that road in, or that wall in. If I don't, then we do the road, I put the wall, then we gotta come back and patch. So I'm gonna kind of flip gears, and I'm gonna do Siemens, and Mr. Siemens will be in a 2-tier system. There'll be this block that I use down low, and then there'll be block that goes up on that concrete wall, and if you've been out there, that doesn't look very good, with a cap on it. So it'll be a 2-tier, and then we'll landscape or whatever in between those. It's going to create like a slope, if you want to say, in front and back to go with the contour. That is an option for a cremation garden on both sides. Just an option. I wanted to tell you, we can't bury anybody in there, so I'm looking at that. I'll know more once I see it, to see if it's feasible to put roads in. With that, which I'm kind of jumping around, I believe, no, it starts with right there, future site of cremation garden. I'm currently looking at 3 different places. So you know, cremation 2 that we put in a few years ago, it has currently only 14 lots for sale out of 160 some, I believe. It's filling up pretty quick. We're going to run out. So one that I'm looking at a prospect, but I have to do a little research, is a section we call Potter's Field, which is the last section of the wooded area. There's areas they can't bury in because they don't know for sure if anybody's there or what there is. Back in the old days, they went 6 foot deep. So in cremations, we do 30 inches. So I'm thinking of taking a section in that woods and kind of making it more nature, and do some ash burials in there where we can utilize the ground, but we will not disturb anything down below. It's done. People build buildings and stuff over it. I just got to do a little research and make sure I'm okay. But there's nobody to contact because we don't know of anybody being in there for sure. There's no historical thing on it, anything like that I have been able to find yet. Just says I can't. So that's the first spot I'm looking at. I think it'll be really nice is to put bushes and different things in there and not make it just a straight layout. Make it more of a nice area. I do have a picture on my phone of the sun coming up if you want to see it. I'm starting to lay that out on AutoCAD when I get time. I haven't had a ton of time here yet, but I'll bring that more up to you later in a price. This could happen as quick as next year. I don't know. Currently, in our perm account, we saved roughly around $17,000 with the street department coming out and doing my asphalt and different things. I'm looking on buying the block and stuff for next year to free up that money to start this cremation garden. They gave me some price, actually saved quite a bit of money. I think I can buy quite a bit of the block where I'll be paying just labor on this, which will save Siemens. That's scheduled, I think the quote was just shy of $44,000 for that quote to do that. So if I can do that, then maybe we can start breaking ground and getting some stuff done. Currently, we can always fall back. They can buy a lot and do the same thing, but I hate to sell a full body lot just for 2 ashes. It's just not something I really like to do if we don't have to. Which goes into the next one. We've already started prepping the new road. I have killed off the grass. When Jeff gets caught up, which I hope he does, I know he's a pretty busy man, he's going to bring out a machine called a grinder and grind the sod for me, and then we'll start taking it off. We already have the compaction and stuff for it for next year to start putting it in, and then he has been gracious enough to do the asphalt. Currently we have budgeted $60,000 to do that project. I'm hoping a little less, but still at 60, that's a lot cheaper than if Fenn and Brown would have came in. It'd be 100 and some close is my guess. So that is on the plate to do, just so you know we're working on that. Any questions on either one of those before I go on? If you're out and about and you have idea on a cremation garden, please come to me. Nothing's in stone yet. We've kind of, Leanne and I have been out driving around doing different things, and there's different possibilities, and I can always put a straight one in at a couple different areas, But in those areas, I can also do full bodies, so I'd rather do where I don't get into that. Not that we're running out of land, don't think that. We still have the 3.5 acres, which was the Parson farm, the Parson? Yeah, Hugh Parsons farm, to develop. I have preliminary drawn that in for lots. I did that a few years ago. Gonna be a lot of expense to put roads in with lots. Eventually we'll get the money back for it at current prices, I guess, when I did that, but I sat with the mayor. But that's not 100% in stone how I'm doing that. And then we have the rest of the Buyer farm that was donated to us, that goes back by the hospital, that woods, that will be developed someday. I can go probably one more road inside on the street that I'm doing before I run. It won't be a full length because we have some of it out there. So there's still plenty of land, but I'm just trying to use it wisely, which if you look in your data, I believe, yeah, on the year total, we did 104 so far, 104 full bodies, but we've done 64 cremains currently. So we definitely are doing a lot of ashes. And we've been doing a lot this last couple of weeks. So with that, I can move on to new business. I'm proud to say that we do have quite a bit of firewood cut ready to go. Last year, I don't know if you remember, we were behind the 8 ball and didn't have that done. The guys have been doing a great job out there, and we've been getting ahead since the leaves are kind of hanging on for a little bit here and got quite a bit of it split to get us started. So we will be able to open that up on normal time for them, so if people need it. Number 2 there says new stone. I just put that in because there was an expense on the east side of the front fence. I've never touched it around that big tree. It was just white stone, dirty, whatever. We took it out, put new matting in, and put the gray slate stone in there just to make it look a little nicer. It's nothing ooh-ah, but we just wanted to clean it up, make it look a little nicer. I'm going to have to start working on the railing, the wrought iron railing through the front. Kids, whatnot, will pull, push, whatever, and loosen it up. We just wasn't a child. We had a deer try to go through it and went over the top, got hung, killed. They had to put down about 2 o'clock in the morning, and it broke some pins and different stuff. So we've got it secured now, but we got a couple welding jobs to do up there and try to get that fixed, and it's starting to color real bad. So I'm hoping I can paint. I probably have it professionally done. We did it a few years back in a hot season, and the guys did all right, but it's just, it needs to be done correctly. I'd love to change it someday, but it'd be very expensive, and then the products they have right now, people will just beat the snot out of it, I'm afraid. I haven't found a product out there that can take kids climbing, bending, hitting on yet, so kids will be kids. So that's something that's coming up in the process here that we'll have to take care of. So we did get that stonework done. We already talked about the work on the double wall Siemens there in the mausoleum and the new road. Also, the guys have, the guys have planted 40 new trees. Went through open air through Jurgen-Boss. Did very well. We got bigger ones this year and put in some maples and whatnot in some of the older sections. We've lost a few, so we're just trying to regrowth in the area, plus out in the new, and then next year we'll have to plant quite a few in the newer section. We did lose a 90-foot red oak. About, I'm going to say 40 feet up, it was wide and a big, if you want to call it a limb, it really was a tree that snapped off, which ran into the other Y, snapped it off, and it was laying on top of the 40-foot hanging down. So it was too dangerous for us to do, so I had Beaver Dam come in, which I saved money with them. They're great people. They cut and got it down and cut it up to at least 6-foot chunks, and then my guys cleaned it up. So we spent $2,000 on that tree to get it down. And no stone damage. We reset probably 8 stones. Nothing broke or chipped. With some of the older ones, the round tops, they sit on a base, but they took it real well. We just had to clean them up a little bit. So nothing. We found no damage. 6 on there. We're on to our 5th pour. We are pouring Wednesday, the 9th, I believe. I tried for Monday, but they have Monday, Tuesday, some big pour they can't get out. Yeah, pretty much. I'm 20, when am I, 24, I believe. We may still do another short pour.
They just sold another one today.
Yeah, I don't know if she started another list, but if weather stays up and through November, we may pour her a short pour.
Well, realistically, I'm not gonna be able to get that in until spring. This lady was adamant about having it in this year, but then of course, she went and ordered something from overseas, so.
So it's not gonna come this year anyway?
No, but I've got other foundation orders for it.
Okay, but with that, Dan, I don't know where they're coming, your name was mentioned, laid to rest, a 3-week-old little girl spent some time with mom, and I think you're working on one there. If she goes ahead and gets it, I don't care if it's cold, get it to me,
Okay.
because we'll get the 4-inch border on it, and then I'll take it out and set it on 204 so they can see it, and then we'll plant it in the spring. Okay, so if you get it,
She just lost that, correct?
yes, yes.
Funeral was like yesterday?
What is today? It was Tuesday.
Tuesday, okay, yeah, she did come
Yeah, she brought a
in.
patio
She came
black.
in Monday, she came in before the,
Yeah, I think she's just trying to get everything wrapped up. She had some questions, not to stop, I'm sorry guys, just while we're here. She didn't understand she understands the black because she wants the baby's picture in there, but she said something, there was Bahama blue in it, whatever, and I said, look, they're gonna,
She's trying to get a picture on her.
Right.
She's trying to get an inlay. And if you're in the ground on an inlay, I'm trying to talk her out of it because it's gonna have maintenance. It's gonna fail. It's not a question of if, it's a
Yeah.
question of when. So a solid jet black granite would be better because you don't have an inside.
which I showed her, and there's one with a picture on it, baby in a cradle is what it is, so I showed her, she thought it was a combination of the two, and I said, look, they'll do a layout for you really nice, look at it, ask questions, she just has a lot of questions, and currently right now she's going to because of mindset.
Right.
Yeah, and I encouraged her to talk to you, and I said if anything, of course with us, she needs, but I went out and set a patio block for her today, and she put some flowers and stuff, she didn't know what she could do. So I just want to let you know she's coming, but if they decide to pull the trigger, go right ahead, and we'll get it poured around, we can do that inside, we got heat, and then we'll set it out for them once it cures.
Great. I'll let her know.
All right? Okay. Sorry about that, but while we were on foundation. So anyway, Wednesday the 9th, we're gonna get ready to do that. Besides that, I set numbers, funerals, so last year, we're down a little bit, but I guess in our business, that's okay, that's a good thing, to be down a little bit. The guys are working hard, the place to me looks nice. They're keeping it clean. They're doing a lot of honeydew stuff outdoor right now. We're trimming some trees and finishing up, which we've been trimming all year, but getting some more things done because once leaf season comes, that's gonna be their life until it's picked up. Sorry, I hate to say that, but it is a pain. We have come a long way though. We do have the blowers. I do have the turbine blower, which helps, but it's still a lot of manual work to suck leaves and do everything. So I just shout out, I want to give out to the street department. Since I had lost my mechanic, they've been helping me out, and they come right away. It's very nice. I said, man, come whenever you can. They seem to drop the ball, make sure I'm okay, and take care of me. So it's been working out really well with them. They'll either come service at our place because the hoist and everything there, or we'll take it over and they'll work on it. So they're doing our regular maintenance plus anything that's going bad. We had trouble with one dump truck. We thought it was the main board, which if you guys know is very expensive. It was a Ford, and we luckily have a young man that works at the street department that's Ford certified. So it ended up being something else, a couple other parts, so it wasn't that bad. Yeah, it was very nice, and it saved me, so they've been watching, take care. But I just wanted to shout that out. Plus, he's doing a lot out for us out there. As you know, we did all the asphalting. We probably have 10-15% of the cemetery yet to do. Up in the old section, which I was going to finish next year, but we have to get this road done first. If I happen to have some, we may go and lay asphalt. It's down to laying asphalt. And then in a couple years, the first 5 roads, we'll probably microfiber eventually. We treated them, but they'll have to be done. So the roads seem to be hanging on really well. I don't know if you've been out since we put the black on Central. It's all been coated with, I wish Jeff was here, he could tell you. It's like the black coating you do driveways with, but this is from down south. They bring the big semi-load, and I call it the Zamboni, and you lay it yourself, but it's got a sand fiber mix, and it lasts a little longer than the other stuff does. So I'm thinking of next year coloring the brick. I don't know if you know there's brick inlay in that.
Yeah, I kind of missed that.
Yeah, I can tell you.
Seriously?
Yeah, right. It's still there if you look close.
I know.
Yeah, I have not ever coated it, and the second year I was there, Mr. Gross came and said, "You gonna paint those?" I said, "Oh, someday." Well, it's been 12 years. I think maybe I ought to paint them. So we may be doing that next year also. Other than that, I really don't have anything else unless you have some questions for me on anything. I will tell you the insurance came through for buildings today, took pictures. I guess they do that every so often, but they went through and I don't know if that's just because of the new, I think we have new, I believe, don't know. Anyway, they do it every so many years, so they're coming in for that. But other than that, we are good. Any questions for me, sir? Any of you, man?
No, sir.
You guys are too easy. You gotta start asking questions. Come on now. Come on.
You have laid out so well that, I said, you have it laid out so well.
But please, if you have any questions, please come and see me or whatever, or come through and we can get rid of Dan. Sometimes he's a pain when he comes up and we know. I will ask you, and I know we're on recording here, but it's okay, it's just a question. Are we gonna get that Lego man, Lego boy or whatever for the boy? That's, I take that as is on hold then. It's a no right at the moment.
The mother wants to go gray to match her grandfather's monument.
Okay?
The husband, or not husband, but the
Head
dad
of the child, yep.
wants jet black. And you saying that she has the right to put a monument up of whatever she would like, correct?
Define what you just said. What do you mean? What does she like?
She has legal rights over the monument.
They both would.
I thought it was going back to whoever had legal guardianship of the boy.
If she had full custody, yes.
I believe she did.
If it was custody with visitation, that's different.
Okay.
He would still have some legal right
Then
into it.
I don't know the full ins and outs of it, but I see that becoming a fight.
So we're in a standstill.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wondered. Somebody asked me about
I
it.
have never in my life, until I moved down here, had such a problem with families.
It's
Sorry.
terrible, isn't
It
it?
is. I had another problem today. He said he put a monument, a picture of his mother on this monument. He doesn't want one now. Well, the sister of his mother has the deed. So she's got legal rights over the burial.
No, hang on.
This is out in Bourbon.
Okay, but she has the deed to the lot?
Yes.
That doesn't mean she has ownership of the body, of the person.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have to get into more.
I
of the
can,
small
I,
things. I'm running into
Dan, I
this
can
situation
come, well,
now.
I can come by your lot for you. Doesn't give me custody over you.
Doesn't it?
Uh-uh.
Well, then I don't know how to handle this, because I've got to call into him, telling him that they're gonna have to work it out, because I'm just a middleman here, and I don't want to
Yeah,
get involved.
sorry.
But it's happening more and more. It's like, realistically, I've had this problem probably 4 times in the 2 years I've been down here. In the 22 years I've been in the monument business, this is the 4 times I've ever had problems with families.
What he's talking about happens quite a bit with us. It's usually with younger people. Somebody will come in, a grandma or something, and I'm buying the lot, or I had 6 people in one time to buy one lot. And I'm like, you guys can all get together. Well, we want this, this, and this. No. You have to treat the loved one as a commodity and who owns it. That's about the easiest way to say it. I can't define it. I mean, attorneys could define it better than I can,
Right.
which I have to use. But if Laska's and I were married and she passed, I have ownership to her because we were married. Follow me? So anybody can buy the lot, whatever, and they can even buy the stone, but they can't buy the stone unless I okay it. Does that make
Right,
sense?
right.
That's how that works, because when you said I do, and that all comes into play.
Right.
And we deal with motions, you know that, and that's what it is, but you have to look at it that way in order.
So it's gonna fall down to the next of kin then? Which would be her son.
Correct. She wasn't married, she was passed.
She's divorced.
Yep.
But
If there's no children, then it goes back to mom and dad,
Okay.
if they're still alive.
And if they're not alive, the next sibling. I just don't want to get involved.
And that's best, I don't either, I'm like you, they need to go fight it out, yeah,
Right.
it is, and
So
it's,
it's
yeah.
not for me to say who's gonna put what there. It's,
Yeah.
you know, a guy, he's paid in full, you know, it's
Yeah.
like,
I have empty lot, or empty foundations because of the same thing.
Mhm.
And they come to me and I'm like, you have an attorney, send me a letter, I'll do whatever. But no,
Right.
this is what I understand till I'm told different.
So, and that's statewide then?
Yeah, it's all, I mean, I can't imagine, I shouldn't say it, but I don't know how a cemetery could run otherwise without being in some trouble, follow me?
From, yeah, I don't know, from county to county, I don't know. So,
But standard, I would think it would be standard because that doesn't make sense.
right,
Because we have people now with GoFundMe, all this stuff, that fund this stuff, you still have to have somebody that is legally responsible for that.
Property.
Mhm.
okay.
And in my cemetery, see, if we put a full body, there's still room for 4 more ashes, so somebody has to be in charge of telling me who that is, unless the deceased told me ahead of time. So, that's, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry Michigan wasn't like that, but Indiana is. Yeah, welcome to the wine world. Yeah, and it's sad because a lot of it's for the best of the one that's there.
Right.
It's just so tough of who,
Yeah, I don't understand the whole picture thing, I don't. It's like, seriously? He promised you a picture, but now that he doesn't want one? Name and date's not enough?
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it. That's when people ask, what do you think of the stone? Nice. Doesn't it? Nice.
That's what I tell, what do you think? I'm going, I'm never going to see it again.
Yeah.
It's up to you and what you
Oh,
like. so,
yeah. It's nice. Something like that. Nope, I'm not getting in on that one. Anything else for the good of the cause? Everything looks good? No questions? Really? You're letting me off that easy?
Yeah.
You guys just want to get out of here. All right, it's up to you, sir.
Motion to adjourn? Second. All in favor?
I,
Aye.
Next
November
week.
the 7th.
November 7th.
November 7th. You folks have a great month.
Did you? Sure. Talk to him,
Are we set? I'm just waiting on a phone call from you so we can deliver it.
but he knows the deal?